Hello there, this is Darth Ravage07 coming to you today with another quick review, fresh in from Amazon. I also too got Vortex. Everybody and their brothers getting it right now. Now it's my take on it. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. Let's turn this camera around, take a closer look at the first of the Combaticons, Vortex. I'm going to utilize the shade in the 80-degree plus better weather here and not storming today. There is their first look at Bruticus there on the side of the box. You have Vortex and 19 steps on the back of the box. Some more art, stuff and things, and I do believe you can pause and scan there to see if you can find this in stores. He's with Alchemist, and that's the other one I want to get a hold of. Let's get him out of box and take a look at the firstly released Combaticon of the 5. And here is the new Hasbro configuration for Vortex. And I gotta say that arm kibble is not the most impressive thing ever. If you have the blasters on the sides of the arms, it kind of holds it off where you get some articulation still, but therein, seeing it right off bat that it has no wrist articulation on a $24 figure, just like the aerial bots, that's not cool, man. I really don't like stuff being shortchanged. And speaking of that articulation, we'll just go ahead and get into it. You got that helicopter blade on the back. You got like your full spin going on there. I like how nice it spins. The head has got articulation all the way around. You can look up just ever so slightly. It's on a ball. I'm pretty sure that if I did a little bit of a mod there in the back, I could get more upward movement on fly guys like this guy and the aerial bots. They should have upward head articulation, or even all deluxes should have that upper head articulation. The arms themselves, you can move the blades out of the way. You can get all the way around there on that shoulder. You can get a full Mr. T as we go through there. You can get the full Van damage. You got all the way around the waist, as I demonstrate right here. Probably due to transformation there. Upper thigh swivel. There's your whole fun, nice spread shot. This much in the knee, almost 90 degrees there. A little bit of kibble there to get in the way. You got a heel spur that articulates. You got that's due to transformation. And you got ankle tiltage. So it's got all the little bells and whistles that the modern figures should have, minus that freaking no wrist articulation, this is BS, guys. So you do get the upper bicep swivel and the elbow at 90 degrees, and of course the kibble has got articulation too. And I like to point these things up and give it a shoulder cannon just for fun and stuff. That's about all it's going to do in the robot mode there, and being its arm to Bruticus, it's going to have the same thing going on as Superion's arm limbs. You can probably even put it in on Silverbolt. We'll have to look at that a little bit later, because I did try to put one of the Minosaur arm bots on, and the holes didn't match up. So we'll see what goes on there, and let's get him into his vehicle mode. And here is Vortex doing that life imitating art pose there, as I had that spinning and filming. This thing looks really good, considering it's just another limb former. Looks better than the Jets in my opinion, and he's a fun Combaticon to have right off bat. Here's a look at the paint and detailing. You got a screw sticking out right there. If you don't like the slot system, you can peg these in, kind of like Magic Square has, like the stuff pegged in. This is supposed to actually be slotted in up here on the front, but I think it looks kind of goofy, and I don't see any way to hold on to it in the middle and off the front like it's supposed to be. But the blades spin really good, and the back little rudders blades spin pretty good for a helicopter, and it's a neat little transformation bit there at the end, even though it's on that little mushroom select peg. I'm afraid it'll break over time kind of thing, but it's got some slots there. I will try to do this in a separate video to see if we can get it combined up with Superion and give him another arm. And he's the first of 5 Combaticons. I don't know what else more to say there, and we're just going to keep it short and sweet. And imagine when you do plug it in, it'll push that button in and separate the pieces, and Bob's your uncle. Then you have another Combaticon, or you have another combiner arm. There ain't a whole lot more to this. Let's get this guy back in robot mode and get into some final thoughts. Some final thoughts on Combaticon Vortex. His helicopter mode is top notch. I absolutely love it. Weapon storage could be a little bit better, and if I had a flight stand, everything would go in a peg hole versus those slots. The slot system ain't bad, but it's not good either. So that said, it's the stronger of the two modes. Let's get him over in the robot mode. The design team did a good job with the lower half of the body and the legs, and they perfected the combiner wars, giving it the A-frame pose and some waist articulation, but they totally phoned in those arms as about as lazy, half-assed effort I've ever seen with these modern figures. They did the same thing with the freaking aerial bots. They're going to do the same thing with Blastoff, because he's another fly guy, and they just want to take away the articulation to the wrist, which on a $25 figure, that should be in the freaking budget, I swear. Instead of that damn wheel in the back of his head. They did the same thing with Air Raid. They give him a landing gear in the back of the head, but then they shortchanged his landing gear. So anyway, there's shortcomings, you know, with the current combiners, and they're meant to solely combine and have the articulation there, but they should have $25, have every bit of the articulation. There shouldn't be any freaking shortcuts hauling us the whole 9 yards. And that I gotta praise them. They made the legs look solid, where they usually are hollowed out, not good. But I mean, he looks good overall in robot mode, except for those damn arms. So that's about going to do it for me. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. I can't wait to get a hold of the other four, and hopefully with San Diego Comic-Con right around the corner, we will get a bigger insight to what Bruticus looks like, and kind of anticipation for me is to see how they handle the trailer thing going on moving forward.